Good afternoon, Cancers. It's Sia Patty, and I'm coming to bring you your reading for the month of February of 2018. Okay, so this is going to span the time between whenever you watch this and February of 2018. Okay, whenever you watch it in January. Okay, so and by the time February comes, you'll have one for March. I'm trying to get ahead of this a little bit. Thank you all so much for your support, your emails and likes and shares and questions and comments, and please continue to do so. I love it. It's really helpful. It's interesting, and it's encouraging. All right, and whatever I can do to help, I will do to help whenever I can. Okay, so if you want a personal reading, you can email me at pbtarot7@gmail.com, right? And send me an email. I need your name and your birth name, including your maiden name, your date of birth, anybody else who you're interested in, so if it's a love interest and their birthday or days. Let's limit it no more than 3 people, okay? No more than you and 3 other people. I can't do too much more than that. It's just enough. So pick some favorites, okay? That's a joke. That's a joke. It's a private joke between me and one of my clients. Yeah, so yeah, let's do it like that. Okay, I'm acting a little spacey because I keep being told to say that this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus. Okay, and there are messages here that just right off the bat, the first 2 cards, when I saw them, I was a little taken aback, like, okay. And then this was at the bottom of the deck. All right, so you have the 4 of coins in reverse. All right, now 4 of coins talks about, holding on to your money, being careful, but having money, but kind of being a little selfish with it, I would say. But watching it, and this is saying that you're not watching your money. Or that watching your money is not a good idea. Right? This could be talking also about losing money, losing a business. You could be leaving a home. You could be leaving a home. You could have lost some money gambling, or some kind of business investment that you expected to get more from, and it didn't pan out the way that you did. You wanted it to. Anyway, that's the general gist of this reading. Okay, pretty good. So this is a Celtic cross, right? And I'm going to be using the regular, Rider-Waite tarot. And I'm going to just do a regular Celtic cross, and then we're going to be using the Angel Answers cards by Doreen Virtue and Valerie Valentine. And we're going to be using Numerology Guidance cards, okay, by Michelle Buchanan. So this is what we're going to be using this year, because numbers are pretty important this year, it seems, right? And the Conscious Spirit Oracle cards, right? These are those like that. And that's by Kim Dwyer. Okay, so these were supposed to be, I'm trying to do it a little quicker. That's why I'm using the regular tarot and not the Tarot de Orisha. Because with Tarot de Orisha, I spend more time because I really have to explain it to people. Everybody's pretty familiar with this, but don't worry. Those lessons are coming out again. I'm just playing catch up with all of the requests and all the other things, and interacting so much and uploading things, and just, it was a holiday time, so it's been a lot. Got behind as usual. And when I don't feel like it, I just don't feel like it, okay? And I've already explained that, and hopefully everyone understands. But I try to get back to you as soon as I can, because I know these messages are important, and it has to get to you, you know? Who knows, one day I might do it from my bed with just the audio. Maybe if it gets that bad. Hopefully never. But, you know, But as long as I'm able. As long as I'm able. As long as I'm able. So anyway, Cancer. The first card that you got in this reading, besides this upside reverse, was the Seven of Coins reverse. All right, so this talks about seeing all your hard work go to waste, someone not valuing your work, not valuing what you do, maybe a product that you're trying to promote isn't doing well, or it hasn't taken off. All right, could be someone criticizing your work. So basically, it is, I think, someone is devaluing you in some way. Someone is devaluing you in some way. The next card that came up in the reading was the Chariot, right? This is about movement, right? This is about balance, okay? This signifies, this is your card, okay? It's Cancer and Sagittarius are depicted, they said, in these horses. These sphinxes, whatever they are. Okay? Yin and the yang. There's healing, right? You see that? Healing. Returning in victory. Or leaving in victory. Holding their head up proudly. When I first looked at the yellow belt, that yellow thing there just now, and really noticed it, I was like, does that say police line, do not cross? I'm just saying. But it's someone that could be involved in the law enforcement. Some kind of, maybe some civil service employee. Maybe that's what you do. Maybe you were retiring from it. But I noticed that both of these cards in the reverse, both of these cards in the upright, the sevens. All right? So the Chariot is a 7, and this card is a 7. I was like, you know what? That really is kind of interesting combination. Let me look at this. Now, I read books. I've been reading books since I was 3, you know. I always like to confirm my thoughts sometimes, or just to learn something, or to have the access to knowledge. So I have lots of tarot books, as long as I have lots of tarot decks. Certainly the books out. There are more books than decks. Because I even have encyclopedias, okay? I'm old-fashioned like that. I think books are important. And reading is important. So I stress that, you know, but I came like that, you know. My mother sometimes, if you didn't look just like me, I don't know where I would gotten you from. Well, I feel the same way. But she's wonderful. She's wonderful. But, you know, that was one of my challenges. I came on the earth with a Aries mother. Okay. So, it was interesting. It was interesting. And then, right, see? Confirmation. And then God blessed me with an Aries daughter. Boom. Okay. But, you know, they're okay when you keep them at a distance. Not on a regular every day. No, it's such a be too aware of it. But, yeah, if you keep a little distance to them. But my mom, we go through our things, but I think we finished going through our things. And I'm just like any kid. I want to tell my mommy what I did. And I tell her what goes on and stuff. And she's happy for me. She's proud. And then she said, well, you know, I know. I always knew that. Like, what? Really? Why didn't you say anything? She said, what was the point? What would have been the point of telling me what she knew I was supposed to do? That she knew it already. I said, well, you need to tell your other chickens so they can stop harassing me, all right? And she said she would do that. So that would be grateful, you know, for that. Because, you know, I don't need for them to believe what I believe. None of us have to believe how each other believes. None of us in our family. And some of us do believe the same way, you know. But I don't tell you where to go. I don't tell you whose plate to put your quarters in. And then you turn around looking for me for quarters. The hell of that. So I stand my ground on certain things with them, but I love them all. I love them all. They're all special and beautiful, including mommy. Of course, most beautiful of all. And my cousins and uncles and everybody else that's over on Facebook helping me and loving me and encouraging me. I love them too. And I want to wish them and you all a Happy New Year. And let me get back to the story, because I just thought that this was, somebody needs to hear this. So I had this book I bought years ago, and it's called Tarot Reversals. And it's by Mary K. Greer. And in this, she goes through every one of the tarot cards, and she gives you the interpretation of them in the reverse and in the straight up, right? But something about this Chariot reversed and this Seven of Coins reversed really got my attention. I said, okay. So here we go. This is the Chariot reversed. Let me put this up so y'all can see what I'm saying. Leave him up there. Chariot reverse. Now this story talks about, this card also represents the story of Oedipus. All right, for those of you who are familiar with, I think it's Greek mythology. The Sphinx asks Oedipus a riddle, and he only answers it with one word, man, and he wins whatever the country. Oh, he saved the country that he was from, and he marries the queen. Okay. Let me see. Let me read it to you the way they have it here. The Chariot reversed illustrates the story of Oedipus, who, stopping at a crossroad in his chariot, kills an old man. So he runs over someone with his chariot. The Sphinx asks him a riddle, and he answers correctly as man. And by saving the country, he marries the queen. Oedipus later discovers that the old man was his father, and the queen his mother. The origin of Freud's Oedipus complex theory. You too may be on a journey of self-discovery, overcoming obstacles to achieve victory. But the reversal asks, at what cost? Some contend that this champion is essentially an adolescent, just beginning the road to mastery. Now, did we already say that Cancers were Peter Pan? Right? And they're not ready to grow up, or they have a hard time growing up. They don't mature as quickly as other people in the zodiac. So if you're a Cancer male, you're already 2 years behind most females, and then you probably another 2 years behind. Not in intelligence, but just in emotional maturity. Okay? Back to them. Quote. You may be overconfident in attitude and rash in your actions. You could have car trouble, problems on the road, or problems with travel arrangements. A trip might be delayed or canceled. Anything can get you off your course. You're easily swayed. Okay? Easily swayed. You could experience conflicts and problems due to opposing ideas and aims. Daunted by opposition or lack of experience, you may feel indecisive or reckless, caught up by a runaway idea or spinning your wheels rather than moving towards your goal. Your energies may be scattered or surge out of control. Perhaps you're being inconsiderate and disregarding the rights of others. There may be anger, agitation, and occasionally violence. In contests and competitions, you might be defeated through lack of energy, stamina, or expertise. On the other hand, you could be overly aggressive and not play fairly. There is danger of ego inflation and the belief that any means justifies your ends. Well, that's pretty cutthroat there. Really? Cancer? Projected onto someone else. You may perceive them as a bully. Okay, so this is how people see you. A bully, an outlaw, a delinquent, a road warrior, or a revolutionary. As a bright shadow, you could idealize this person as the conquering hero or rescuer, someone who can fix anything. On the other hand, you may consciously choose to not work in this forefront, but behind the scenes. You may not want to leave home, preferring to focus your energies locally on an inward journey. All right, so this is how someone sees you and things that you do. All right? People perceive you as a bully, an outlaw, a delinquent, a road runner, or a revolutionary. Someone could idolize you as a hero or a savior, someone who could fix everything. And you will consciously choose not to work out front. You choose to be behind the scenes. And you may not want to leave home. So you want to be close to home. You want to be close to what you're comfortable with. You're not comfortable branching outside of your space. Even a little bit. Maybe a party here and there, whatever. But not to put it's not even about distance, it's just difference. A place where you don't know nobody and nobody knows you. And you're free to be yourself. But you may not want to leave home. And you're going to focus your energies locally, or you're going to work on yourself. In terms of health, look for rashes, ulcers, gastrointestinal or other stress-related problems, accidents or injuries, and perhaps the need for a wheelchair. In the magical realm, this is an out-of-body experience. That means you travel in the astral, in the imaginal or astral body. In the shamanic and magic realms, this is an out-of-body experience, a travel in the imaginal or astral body. Internalized, you are on the hero's journey, and at the highest level, you become a transformed vehicle through which cosmic energy expresses itself, building your nature into, as the Egyptians say, a Horus god, a spiritual warrior. So this is saying, at the end of the day, Cancer, when you finally get it, you are Horus. You are a spiritual warrior. You are as one of the gods. And a person who is enlightened, I guess, or what did they just say? They had the word for it. Let me see it. A bright shadow can see that because they look at you as a conquering hero or rescuer, someone who could fix anything. And this would be Horus, the god, one of the gods. That's what you potentially can be. That's what it's in you to be. If you're a male, yeah, a male. And if you're a female, it would be, I guess, a female. So it'd be a queen. But, okay, Isis. All right, thank you. Thank you, spirits. Thank you. Whoa, they just grabbed me like that. Okay, Isis. Right. Okay, whatever. But yeah, that's what you, that represents that. I just wanted you to hear that. I wanted you to know that about yourself, that you are a spiritual warrior. Even when the chariot is upside down. The Seven of Pentacles, also upside down. Right? Speaks about anxiety from the fear of loss. You may be experiencing an unexpected sense of uneasiness, worry, and melancholy. Impatience afflicts you, or procrastination becomes epidemic with you. You might believe people are out to steal your ideas, your crops, or your goods, and you're constantly on guard. You may distrust and be suspicious in ways that are not warranted, and of people who don't deserve it. Complications arise. There is always more to do, to the point of exhaustion. Whatever the cause, you may find it difficult to rest. So you haven't been resting. You haven't been taking care of yourself. You've been running to pillar to post. Worrying, anxiety, feeling paranoid. You have problems at work. You feel more money is going out than is coming in. And you're putting in too much effort for that. Sounds like you're ready to stop. Ready to retire. Right? That's what I said before. A person might be ready to retire. One client saw herself just as a laborer. Those aren't my crops. Despite my labor, I don't get the money, the recognition, or reap the benefits when the work is done. What were you doing? You were working. But what happened? What did you get? What are you getting? Really? Did you need to do that to get that? Did you need to do all that just to get that? There may be overdevelopment of resources, creating an unused surplus. Weeds or waste products could be proliferating wildly. At the other extreme, nothing will grow. Investments and procedures do not go as planned. Likewise, the amount of work that lies ahead of you, or the amount of financial outlay with no return, may overwhelm you. If this is how others see you, they see you as being lazy or putting your money and your time into the wrong places, or as paranoid. This could be making you sick. This is about putting the same focus and energy into whatever you do, as epitomized by this aphorism. Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. In the shamanic and magical world, this refers to building altars, which serve as a focal point for altering consciousness. After carefully imbuing an altar with your intent, and then invoking and feeding the spirits, you must let the process alone, trusting it to do its work. So it's telling you here, with that card, that you need to ask your ancestors for help so that you can get the answer, so that you can be guided in the way that the divine would have you to go. You can't make up your mind, but you got to. You can't keep delaying this decision. Somebody's got to know. You got to know. Because there's other things that need to be done. There's progress that needs to be made. There's work that you need to do that you may not be doing. Lessons that you need to learn. But what it is saying also, as I said, this is about building altars, right? If this is about building altars and giving honor to the ancestors, wouldn't this be about honoring God too? Wouldn't this be about honoring God too? Or you being honored as the God you are. You deserving to be honored by the God, as the God or as the goddess that you are. If this were this, maybe you'd be hoping for the approval of that God or goddess. Or maybe you were getting ready for their arrival. Maybe this was your offering to this goddess, to that God. But maybe it's a different God now. It doesn't want your money. I'm just saying. Maybe this is a God that needs your spirit, not your money. Maybe that's why they were like this. Maybe. But it really caught my attention. Like that. I guess the other thing that caught my attention along with that was the fact that you got the moon card. Somebody don't want me to tell you this. The moon card upside down. These are about secrets, okay? All right. These are about two people, two sides of the same thing, arguments, discussions. This could be a third-party relationship. Two people fighting over one person. Maybe they don't even know they're fighting over the same person. They might not even have an idea. Oh, The little scorpions coming out the water there. Could be a Scorpio involved in this. Some water sign. And there's a long path. That path goes through the mountains and between the rivers. This was upside down. So this is saying that maybe the secret's out. Maybe the secret has been let out. Whatever secret that you were trying to keep, whatever you're trying to keep hidden, it's out. But you know that. This happened recently. Because somebody took some gossip, and took some news, and went wild with it, ran with it, and started some stuff, right? There's some younger person, someone that isn't even involved, shouldn't even be involved. Or it could be that you were hoping for somebody, you were hoping for someone to say something, and it didn't happen. Well, that would be manipulative, wouldn't it, Cancer? You're worried about being left out in the cold. You're worried about losing what you have. And so you're acting like you haven't made up your mind, but you've made up your mind. You're just being slow in the process. You're taking your time, but you've made up your mind. You're hanging around because it has to do with your home, your family. Even though they're upside down, even though everything is in an upheaval, that's where you want to stay, because that's where your money is. Next card you got was the Sun card. Very, very good. This is like the best card in the deck. This is someone who is embarking on a new life, a new lifestyle. Okay? Everything is open. They're feeling youthful. They're feeling like everything is new, and everything that they touch is going to grow, and that they will to just build and enjoy their life. And it'll be a long life, and they'll be doing things. They'll be of a legend. But you got that in reverse there, Cancer. So, as good as this is, and all this is true, you're delaying, or it's been delayed. It's been delayed. All that there was for you to have has been delayed. And that's because you exercise your free will. I say go. Okay, so that's exercising your free will. Pay attention, everybody. Exercising your free will. That's what you do, because that's what you can do. So, you're not going to be using the tools that you've been given to do the work that you came here to do. You're not going to do that work. Not yet. You got all day. You can do it forever, right? You have all infinity to catch up with this. But right now, you about your money. Right now, you about your money. All that spiritual stuff can wait. This is about your money. That's what you're saying right now, Cancer. That's what you're telling the divine. Balls. Wonderful. Balls. You got to respect it. You got to respect it. And here you have another 7. And that says you still have choices. You still have choices. It ain't over. You still got choices to make, and you haven't made them yet. And until you make the right choice, you're going to keep giving you choices. That's what they're saying. You have the right not to make a choice. And they're going to exercise their right to keep giving you challenges. Oh, well, that's what the gambler does, right? You got to know when to hold them, when to fold them, when to walk away, and when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Man. Okay, so that was the regular tarot deck. Cancer, okay, I hope that resonated with some of you. And let's see if we can get some further information about these antics of Cancer from now until the end of February 2018. That's interesting. That's good. You know what? You know what? That also says that you have that kind of faith that even if you fuck up, God is going to give you another chance to fix it. That is faith. That is a brand of faith. And I guess all of us do that to some extent. But, when you've already admitted you know that you know, I guess that's what gods do to other gods. Until God has to check you and show you who is God. Whoa, this is going to be a bumpy ride, boy. Or girl. Or girl. Make sure you have your big girl panties in the suitcase with all your little things ready to dash. Because it's not going to be that easy, man. It's not going to be that easy. It's not. Gratitude. I'm grateful for everyone and everything in my life and the lessons each bring. Okay, wonderful. So that means you have been showing great gratitude. Okay? Very good. Keep up the good work. So you are grateful. And you value everybody in your world and in your life. Okay. All right. All right. So that's what it is because you're so emotional. So loyal. Loyal. That's what this... You call yourself being loyal. And loyalty, I guess, is a virtue. Sure it is. Sure it is. Definitely. Well... Let's not even bring that into it. But that's also part of the bullshit also, that loyalty thing. Because Donald Trump is a Gemini. I misspoke, and I knew better than that. I don't know why I said that, but I do know I said it. Donald Trump is June 16th. He is a Gemini, but his birthday is close enough for him to have some Cancer characteristics. And that loyalty thing is serious with them. When you have a psychopath, sociopath, you know, with money, I guess it gets ridiculous, you know. I guess if they had power, they would all be like that. Or if they were all crazy with power, they would be like. So they're a little dictatorial. Okay. 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 This says air elemental. I embrace the element of air and am open to all knowledge and wisdom. Okay, but this was in the reverse. So this is saying that you are being stubborn. We already established that. Thank you, Spirit. We already established that about this person. We already established that. We established that. Any other cancers? Any other cancers, Egon, that we want to give them some Any other messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus for the month of February, January to the end of February 2018? Okay. Sign of Cancer. Sign of Cancer. All right. I think that one wants to come. Oh, Spark of the Divine. Look at that. So pretty. I love these cards. I recognize the divine sparkle within me and recognize that I am part of all creation. Okay, so you know who you are. You're just being stubborn. We got you. We got you. we got it. We got it. Let me read that just for the rest of us mortals, so we can be, enlightened. Okay, we got Cancer. The spark of the divine. 27. 2 and 7 is 9. 9 is the ending. 9 is death in Yoruba. 9 is the ancestor speaking, the ego, as I said. 9 is the end, so that there could be a new beginning. All life forms contain within them the divine spark of the universe, the source. An energetic life force connecting all things together from where all of life is evolved. This card is asking you to connect to that divine spark. Acknowledge that you are part of the whole. By living discontented and separate from other people and nature, your own life is no longer supported by the universal energies. Let me read that one more time. By living disconnected and separate from other people and nature, your own life is no longer supported by the universal energies. You need to understand that everything you do and say and think affects everyone and everything around you. Take responsibility for all you do in this life, for it affects all future generations. Irrespective of your situation, you still have choices. Make choices that contribute positively to all life on this planet. Don't wait for others to lead the way. Always remember that what you do to others, you do to yourself. Take charge of your own life. Become a responsible, caring human being, and your own divine spark will strengthen as your connection to the supportive energies within, your connection to the supportive energies within the universe. Take charge. I want to read that one again. Sorry, you guys. Take charge of your own life. Become a responsible, caring human being, and your own divine spark will strengthen your connection to the supportive energies within the universe. As you awaken this connection, all aspects of your life will begin to flow more smoothly and easily. Well, make choices, right? Just letting you know what you're expected to do. And you have choices, right? So let's see if that gives us one more card for you, Cancer. Or for somebody else. Because we already got the answer here. We know how this person feels. We need actually 2 cards. Could we get 2 cards for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Unless we need to continue that story. But I think that we've got the gist of that one pretty much. Free will. Pay attention to free will, y'all. What comes of your free will? Fun. So now you got to get a harder lesson. Harder lesson has to come more often. Play fair. Nobody said that you can make a choice and that was the last choice you got. Your choices every day. You make choices every day. Some choices you make automatically. You choose to open your eyes, right? Once you know that you're capable of it. You just lay there with your eyes closed once you know you're awake. You chose to get out of bed, even though you know that was God allowing you, but you knew that, and you made a choice. You knew that you could get out. You felt that you could get out. You maybe even got out and got back in. And you have that choice. You could do that. Some choices are not so easily made. Of course. Of course. And yes, they ain't got nothing else to say to nobody. Alrighty. So that's the end of the conscious spirit oracle. He said, don't beat a dead horse. Alright. Thank you. So, I'm going to pull some cards now from the numerology guidance cards. Alright. I think numbers are going to be important this year. Alright. And I'll try to point out, like in this spread, the Cancer guide, Cancer has the 7 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, reverse, and the Chariot, which is also a 7. So that's 21, right? And 21 is, 3. Interesting. So we got 3. That's nice. That's the divine. That's divinity. Oh, but you know that already. Right. You knew that already. You knew that already. You got this. I know. I heard you. You got this. So let's see what Conscious Spirit Oracle has to say. I'm sorry. Numerology guidance card have to say. Sounds like somebody's plowing my driveway, which is fine. It might be my neighbor. So, that's okay. Sweet people.